SDG12, the Big Questions. Where did it begin?
Have you ever thought about where a product comes from before it ends up in our hands?
Absolutely. When we grab something off the shelf, it's at the midpoint of its life cycle, right?
Exactly. Behind that product are countless organizations and resources that transform raw materials into what we see.
And in front of us lies the impact that product has on the environment, including how it will eventually be disposed of.
It's fascinating. The Industrial Revolutions really ramped up consumption and resource extraction in the 18th and 19th centuries.
Right. Those revolutions used technology and fossil fuels to make mass production more efficient, which fueled global consumer culture.
And then in the 20th and 21st centuries, we started seeing the environmental costs of that consumption come to light.
Yes, awareness of human-induced effects like pollution and greenhouse gases grew significantly during that time.
In 1994, the Oslo Symposium defined sustainable consumption as using products that meet our needs without harming future generations.
Exactly. They emphasized minimizing natural resource use, toxic materials, and waste emissions.
To achieve sustainable consumption, we need to improve efficiency and change our consumption patterns through collective action.
It's a huge task, but understanding the journey of a product can really shift our perspective on consumption. Why does this issue matter? Unsustainable water use and overfishing are really taking a toll on our resources.
I read that 1/3 of all food produced ends up wasted. That's around 1.3 billion tons.
Right. And that waste is worth about $1 trillion, which is a huge loss for everyone involved.
It's crazy how pollution doesn't just stay in one place.
It affects other countries too.
Exactly. Harmful chemicals and spills can spread beyond borders, complicating pollution control efforts.
And poor management is a big barrier to monitoring emissions and enforcing regulations.
Yes. We need strong policies to hold businesses accountable for their environmental impact.
I also heard that if everyone switched to energy-efficient light bulbs, it could save $120 billion annually.
That's a significant amount. Households contribute to 21% of CO2 emissions, so every effort counts.
It's clear that everyone has a role to play in reducing food waste and improving efficiency.
Definitely. Educating the public about sustainable choices is key to making a difference. Who and what are affected?
Have you noticed how the middle class in Africa is growing? Consumer spending was projected to rise from $860 billion in 2008 to $1.4 trillion by 2020.
Absolutely. That increase in disposable income means people are buying more than just essentials now.
Right, and we need to make sure that this growth benefits both consumers and the environment.
Exactly. Businesses can play a huge role in promoting sustainable consumption and production patterns.
They really can. A better understanding of the environmental and social impacts of products is crucial.
And it's not just about the products themselves, it's also about how we use them in our daily lives.
True. Our environment is the foundation for all this consumption. We extract resources to create goods.
But that creates a problem, right? We live on a planet with finite resources, and we're not managing waste properly.
Exactly. If we overconsume or pollute, we risk damaging our ecosystems.
And that affects our ability to enjoy and use those ecosystems in the future.
It's a cycle that needs to change. Sustainable practices can help reduce our impact.
For sure. It's all about finding a balance between consumption and caring for our planet. What needs to be done?
Have you noticed how important it is for governments to rethink regulations for sustainability?
Absolutely. They need to provide incentives that support sustainable consumption and discourage harmful practices.
And education plays a key role too, especially in schools promoting sustainable diets.
Right. Highlighting options for students can empower them to take action towards sustainability.
Measuring policy success should go beyond GDP. It should include social and environmental achievements.
Exactly. Companies also need to innovate in their business practices to improve their environmental impact.
Leadership is crucial in considering the environmental and social impacts of production.
And enforcing sustainable production and human rights throughout the supply chain is necessary.
Finding new ways to meet customer needs with minimal environmental impact is essential.
NGOs play a vital role in educating the public about these issues.
Communication about wasteful energy usage can empower consumers to make informed decisions.
Consumers can hold governments and producers accountable for their sustainability promises.
Voting with our dollar and supporting fair trade can mobilize communities for change.
Taking a stand against unsustainable practices is crucial for changing our future.